All right, ladies. So, how to date with children when you have children. Now, I'm going to be doing more situational videos, like for example, like how to date a professor, how to date your ex-boyfriend, how to date your dating coach. I'm just kidding. But seriously, I'm gonna be doing like different scenarios, even though they don't get a lot of views. I'm gonna be doing this so you guys can have all those things in your mind because a big part of what I teach is self-reliance. You see, I teach a lot about self-reliance, which is to say, I try my best to give you guys everything that I know so that you guys don't need my help. All right. And the reason why I say it's not to be mean is because there's so much to learn by actually learning on your own and struggling. You see, so I'm going to be doing a series of videos of different scenarios so that you guys can apply. These are the things that I talk about in my coaching sessions, all right? That's to minimize the amount of people that need coaching so that I could address everyone's issues, because I'm noticing that those who can get coached still are having these issues. Even though I can't coach you, I still feel for you. So I'm going to be doing different scenarios for you guys. But if you do still need coaching, then then I can't stop you, right? If you do, then the link is below, because I believe it's pretty goddamn good. All right, so let's get started. So first thing you have to do is face reality that kids are an impediment. Oh, damn. Did I go too hard in this? Give me 1 second. Let's not lie. I mean, just like that is an impediment. I was a fucking impediment. You don't think I fucking sabotaged my mom when I was a little kid? I mean, come on, man. Like, I've done that shit. I said stupid shit when I was a kid. And you know what? Like, a part of me understands if parents at times hold resentment for their kids. Like, a part of me understands. And you know what? Become aware that you feel that you do feel that resentment. I mean, because I'm not a parent, but I'd like to think that you do feel kind of like that deep inside, right? And you try to suppress it because you feel that if you bring it out, you're going to externalize it. That's because you just have bad coping mechanisms. You see, sometimes the role of being the mother makes you think that you can't feel a certain way, which will make it even stronger as a result of the suppression. You see, like, you say to yourself, I am a mother. You see, so as a result, you have this expectation in your mind that you're not meeting because you're saying these feelings are wrong. But because of the feelings being wrong in your mind, it intensifies it. It makes you feel more guilty and brings more shame, and actually causes you to it becomes a vortex of negativity that becomes harder and harder to get out of. So you have to realize it and face the fucking truth. Just like when you have debt, the first thing to get out of debt is see what the fuck is in front of you, the debt, and it's hard to face the facts. You see, so it's hard to face the facts. So you have to first confront yourself. Because when the moment comes when you have kids, that hesitation, like that hesitation fucks you up. Like, it has to get to the point where someone tells you have kids, and you just rolls out of your mouth. Yep. Right? And not saying it like, yep, what you gonna do? Like, defensively, it's saying, yep, and not expecting anything. Yes, I do. Kind of like saying, I am dark-skinned. Or kind of like saying, I am broke. Because when I was broke, I used to tell girls, like, I'm broke. And what's gonna happen is that some girls did not find that attractive, right? But that's not the point, you see, because that all comes down to your intention. So see, I'm getting ahead of myself. So know what you want and prepare prior to it, you see. So if this is just a fling, prepare to hide the kids. You see, listen to what I'm saying, because you guys, anyone could find this fucked up. When it's just a fling, all right, there are two ways you could go about it. I'm gonna talk about it, but if it's just a fling, like, prepare to hide it. Like, it's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's just you don't want the drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, prepare to hide the kids. Like, hide the kids, or even hide the guy from the kids. There's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes kids can't handle that. Sometimes kids can't handle the fact that their parents have sex. You know what I'm saying? Parents date. Like, hide it. Not from a place of shame. Like, ooh, I gotta hide it because I don't want my kids to get mad. Like, shame. No, it's hiding it because, like, I don't mind if they find out, but I understand. It's level-headed. It's not fear, but more like respect for your kids. Like, you understand what's going on. It's more empathy per se. All right. Or if it's just a fling, what really affects the kids is not the amount of partners you have, because a lot of people think that if this is just sex, you want to hide it. It's not the fact that you're having a lot of partners is the problem, you see, but the source of your actions. You see, the need. It's the neediness. You see, again, it's not okay, look. It's not the behavior itself that affects the kids. It's the emotions that arises from that behavior. For example, if you're just having sex with random people because you just like to have sex, right? Let's just say that, right? You're just having a fling, and no Cupid or Tinder date, right? And you're just doing it, right? And the kid sees the guy and all that sort of stuff, right? But it's not like there's no fear, there's no like, hey, I need to change my kids from, or I need to change his perception for my kids. It's more acceptance. Like, it's normal. Like, for example, it's like cursing. When you curse in front of a kid and you make a big deal out of it, when the kid curses, you can be like, oh. But if you curse and there's no big deal, fuck. Kids can be like, okay, like nothing, right? It's a big deal if you make a big deal out of it. You see, for example, it's kind of like being gay. If you're gay in a family that's not gay, right? It's gonna be awkward. But if everyone's comfortable with it, right, and nobody makes a big deal out of it, suddenly it's no big deal. And it all starts with the parent, like the head of the household. So if you have no shame with it, and you grew up not having shame in terms of expressing yourself, that's fine. But if it comes from a place of, I need this guy because I need to complete my family, I need to complete the image that I have of my family, you'll compromise yourself. You see, you'll compromise yourself, right? And also, if it's just a fling, right, and you're doing it because you're trying to help yourself, your depression or sadness or low self-esteem, that's gonna have a negative effect. You see, it's the need that intoxifies everything. It's kind of like radioactivity. Like, this could be nice, but if it's fucking radioactive, some fucking electrons are gonna be popped out of place. You know, I'm gonna change at the genetic level. So it's not this; it's the need, which is the radioactivity of the fucking cup. Anyways, but if it's love, then it's okay. You know, we're trying here and there. So if it's just a fling, all right, don't put too much effort into hiding it, and don't put too much effort into making it work, all right. But if it's actually love, nothing wrong with putting effort, you know, and nothing wrong with feeling a little hesitant that he might not like it. Nothing wrong with that. But the point is to observe it. The point, because what's gonna happen is that if you don't notice the need to make him happy, the need to get validation from him, you're gonna compromise your values a fucking shit ton, and that's a problem. All right. So, for example, it's kind of like if you know he's an aggressive guy, but because you need a man in your life, you're going to be like, you know what, children? Like, I know he's fucking psycho, but he's a good guy. And your children are not going to fucking respect you. Your children see disrespect. And if you stand up to disrespect and your children see it, that's when they look down on you. And that's the problem. It's not the fact that you have a lot of people. It's the respect factor you have for yourself. It's kind of like the movie John Tucker Must Die. The mom, hot as fuck, right? She was having sex with a lot of guys, but it wasn't the problem. She was having sex with a lot of guys. It's the emptiness that she felt as a result of using them as a crutch. That's a problem, right? Because what tends to happen is that if you're needy, you attract guys who are needy. You attract guys who find validation in helping and dominating a woman. You know, some girls are lucky and they get it with a nice guy, but they're lucky. That's why they're lucky. You know, have them on social media and deal with the outcome. Yeah, quick. So the reason why I say having them on social media is that when you're adding a guy and you know you guys may date, have your kids on social media so that he can know. You see, don't hide them. Like, you know, sprinkle your kids here and there. You know what I'm talking about, like hot picture baby, hot picture baby. You know, put it in there because it's there, dude. Like, it's there. You can't do nothing about it. So sprinkle it. It's better for him to know what he's getting himself into. All right, and deal with the outcome. If you struggle being honest, don't feel bad. It's normal. You see, if you struggle being honest, you have kids. Look, man, it's fucking normal, man. It's kind of like when you're at a job interview and somebody tells you what hours are you willing to take. You'll say, I'll take any hours. Because you just want the job. I mean, when you want a person, it's fucking normal, dude. Like, again, like, don't feel guilty for doing that. Don't feel guilty for wanting not and saying I don't have kids. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying, like, it's cool as a kid to do that. What I'm saying is that when it happens, don't judge yourself. Because it's a normal thing, all right? You don't have to talk about your children if that's the case, all right? So also, like, that doesn't mean sometimes you feel so insecure that you bring it up in the beginning. It's kind of like when you are insecure, when you tell a guy, by the way, we're not going to have sex tonight. Like, there's no point in saying that. It's because you just ruined the date. Let him find out. Let him find out on his own. Let him get some blue balls, all right? Let him try, make a move, and just reject him. What's even better is that if you actually let him try to make a move and you reject him, his true character is going to come out in the point of rejection. You see, so it's a lot better to let him find out and be surprised by you rejecting him, so you can see his character as opposed to telling him we're not doing nothing. And now you're not gonna see how he reacts to things that he doesn't want. It's a little trick. It's a lot of tricks I don't tell you guys that I just reserve for one-on-one clients because they're just too fucking. there's some things that I don't really say on this channel because like it's just too fucking wrong. Like it's just too fucking wrong. Like the shit that you can actually apply. So what's crazy is that part of me says, am I ever gonna run out of content? But then a part of me says, well, Alexis, you do have that. What you do have a darker style of game of attraction that you don't teach. So I'm kind of like that could be the pack out one day. But anyways, so the most important thing is careful of your motives. You see, you can't deal with the outcome. You can only deal with how you feel about the situation because you can't fucking trade away your kids. Actually, there was a law in I don't know what part of the country. I don't know what part of the country, but there was a law that you actually were able to give away your kids. Like if you had an older kid and you couldn't deal with it, you actually were able to give it away. It was I don't know what state it was, but it happened, or county, I don't know. But the funny thing is that when that happened, you had family giving away their 15, 17, their whole families up. Like you have family going to the police station and just dropping their families. Do you believe that? like saying, all you motherfuckers, you guys are going out of here. All you guys are giving out for adoption out of here. That's a horrible accent. But anyways, this is Alex from myforattraction.org. I'm letting you guys know that, let me see, because I reminding myself this, is that I'm going to be having a questionnaire. I'm going to be having like a little raffle per se, like a little sweepstakes for a free coaching session with me. And if you guys want it, just go. I'm going to have the link to the questionnaire that you guys can fill out. And I'm going to choose from the questionnaire. Now, the key is that I'm going to be doing a one-on-one session where I'm going to be coaching you on camera, where people will listen to me like this, right? But also they can hear you ask the questions. Like, you know, like, hey, what's up, right? You're like, hey, I'm here for the coaching session. But, you know, you're calling. So, you know, it's kind of like a conversation. So I'm gonna do that so people could hear in and learn from that as well. And you have to be willing to do that. And it's only the first person. It's not. It's. I'm gonna have it up until today, and I'm gonna pick the person, and you know, it's gonna be fun for those so you guys can see how my sessions work. And yeah, just sign up for the newsletter and let me know. And I hope you guys have a good day. And bye bye.